Yo, what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing this evening? I see we got some early birds up in the house, Viz in the building, Nate Talks Giants is in the building, Big Blue Jabroni is in the building, Evan Spitzberg is in the building. What's going on? How are y'all doing, man? Hope everybody is having a good day. It's a little bit crazy today, yo, but listen, we ain't going to talk about none of that, okay? We ain't going to talk about none of that today, all right? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a lot of things that are going on, a lot of information, and it's just very interesting. And you know what? While we're getting everything started, while we're getting and then that guy Double D is up in here, and then that guy Double D is up in here. So, I want to use full advantage. I want to use full advantage of this setup over here. And it just froze my whole thing here, but that's all good. That's all good. I want to take advantage of my entire setup here. So give me 1 second. Let me move this bad boy. Let me move this bad boy over here so that I can see some things over there. Right. Come back over to here. Cool. All right. So now if you see me looking this way, the way I'm looking right now, it's because I'm looking at my second monitor. Okay. I am currently looking at my second monitor, and I'll be able to share this bad boy with y'all if I want to show you something that I see. All right. But in the meantime, in between time, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day, despite all of the craziness. Despite all the craziness. Edward Chan is in the building. What's going on? Bobby Powers, I see you. What's up? Afghanistan is in the house. What's going on, man? How's everybody doing, man? How are y'all doing today, man? Everybody have a good day? Despite all the craziness? Despite all the craziness? So, hey, Otis the Goat is down here, right? He's got his little toy. It's like a fish. Like the Korean bought him a fish. And it used to have like a cloth coating on it. That bad boy gone. Now it's just a rubber fish. And he's down here and he's chewing on it. So if you hear like the worst squeakity squeak sound that's like ear piercing, it's Otis the Goat. Otis the Goat's down here with your boy. So it is what it is. Ligma is in the house. What's going on, Ligma? How you doing? Rom Day 81. What's up with you? Another beer is in here. Jesus Christ. My goodness. All right. So I want to talk about a couple of things, but first, let's see what you guys are talking about. Nate, you're looking to get an actual setup. So here's the deal, right? My setup consists of, I have an iMac, right? That's my primary machine. I have an iMac. And then I have I don't even remember what this camera is called, but I bought a capture camera. It wasn't even that expensive. I didn't buy it, right? The Korean bought it for me for Christmas. But I got a capture like a little camera, a little streaming camera. Streaming camera wasn't really expensive. I think it was like, I don't know, $50 or something like that. And then I got some lights. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah, take that over there. Go play with that over there. You're not gonna be kicking the microphone while I'm trying to talk on it. You bugging, messing up my flow. Then she bought me these lights, right? Hold on. You see that if I click off these lights. Now it's a little bit darker, right? So she bought me these lights. I don't know how much these lights cost. And then I have like an actual audio interface. Now that audio interface was a little bit pricey. I'm not going to lie, because that's what my microphone is set up to right now, is that audio interface. It's a USB audio interface, big red box, maybe about yay big. I can set up two MIDI. I can set up two MIDIs. I can set up a headphone, although I was trying to set that up and you only get sound out of one side and I hate it. And then for like the Twitch stuff, I got a Stream Deck, I got an Elgato, so you don't need all that. But like, and then I've got this running to my TV that I play Madden on when I'm Twitch streaming. That's plugged up with an HDMI to the Thunder cable or whatever, because it's Mac, right? And it's proprietary. So that's my setup. It doesn't have to be pricey, man. You can find all this stuff on Amazon, man. It's not super expensive. And then the microphone, the only reason why I got the audio interface is because I have this specific microphone right here, right? Because this is a condenser mic, and I've had this microphone for a million years. I bought this a long time ago when I initially started doing music. I was using this microphone, And now I just kind of repurpose it, and now it's my microphone for when I stream and when I'm doing Twitch streaming. So there you go. You can get microphones way cheaper than USB. You know, everything's real easy for you, man. So I hope that helps. I hope that's helpful. How do I do draft videos when I don't know the draft? I don't know. That's what. Listen, I ain't doing no draft videos. You ain't gonna catch me doing no draft videos, Big Blue Jabroni. That's not what I'm doing. Here's what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch the remainder of these playoff games, right? I'm going to see who gets it popping in the playoffs. And what games are coming up this weekend? Let me look and see what games are, because I know it's 6 games. It's 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. Man, what are the games? What are the games get ready to happen? Let's see here. What we got? We got Colts, Bills. I'm gonna be rooting for the Colts. For those who don't know, I like the Colts. That's my AFC team. I follow the Colts, even though I don't talk about them here, but I like the Colts. So I'm gonna be rocking with the Colts throughout this entire shindig. All right. I love the Colts. So I'm gonna rock with them for the rest of the year. All right. So we got Colts, Bills, we got Rams, Seahawks, Buccaneers, and that damn football team. Whatever. Ravens, Titans on Sundays, Bears, Saints, Browns, Steelers. So I mean, listen, we got some good games. I'm gonna just sit and I'm gonna just enjoy football. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm not even worried about the draft right now. Who cares about that? Oh man, there's a whole lot of other people. I was sitting here and going on a little soliloquy. I was going on a little soliloquy, and there's a whole bunch of other people up in here. Let's see who else is up in here. Joe Yado, what's going on with you, man? OnlyFans OGR. I'm scared to show that picture. Oh, okay. It's just a kissy face. Cool. Hey, what's going on, Michael? How you doing, man? Oh man, you come here. You come here from Fist Vegas, man. I appreciate you, man. Listen, I had a good time. I had a good time chopping it up with Fist Vegas the other night, man. That was we had a good time. Otis to go. Look. Hey, say hi to everybody. Look, there's Otis to go. Otis to go's up in the building. We even got an Otis to go sign happening. You don't have any more money. Say, hey, man, listen, you just gotta do it piece by piece, Nate. Do it piece by piece. No, you can't jump up on me right now. You can't jump up on me, buddy. You're gonna have to go do your own thing. We live. We live right now. We live. Okay, come here. You want to say hi? Look, say hi. Look, say hi. Say hi. Otis to go. Otis to go to everybody. Say hi. Otis to go to everyone. Otis to go is up in here. He said, I gotta have some attention. No, don't eat my fingers. Don't eat my fingers. All right, we're all done. You got to get off. We're all done. We are all done, buddy. I'll see you in a little bit. All right. You enjoy yourself. Quincy Cash is up in the building. Karma Bite is up in here. The Eagles are redeeming themselves for not moving 3 spots for CD by nuking the locker room. Hey, listen, we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about that. Giants Nation is up in the building. What's going on? Max Webster, how you doing? How's everything going? Man, it's a lot of y'all. There's a lot of y'all up in here. it's a lot of y'all up in here, man. How do I feel about what is this? Let's see what dumbass Viz is talking about. Let's see what ridiculous that Sus PTA is in the building. Sus PTA. Jaden Dogg's talking about championship belt. Hey, listen, I'm gonna have to get with K Couch about this whole championship belt situation. I feel like I got screwed, but we're gonna talk about that later. A second trade Ingram for a second round pick up Goodwin, Corey Davis, free agents, get the tight end Pitts in draft. I'm concerned. I mean, okay, I think Pitts, from what I've seen from Pitts, I think Pitts is okay. Water King Anonymous is already in here capping about the dust. Man. No, I'm sorry, man. No more dog. Listen. I can't. The whole show can't be revolving around Otis. But first and foremost, I don't think that scenario you talk about is even going to happen. Like, I've seen Pittman, right, and I see why everybody is all gaga over him or whatever. But like, I don't know how I feel about picking a tight end in the first round ever again. Okay, I don't think that's a thing we need to do ever again. And I don't necessarily think that I don't know if Pitts is the kind of tight end that's going Pittman. My bad. I keep saying Pitts because I'm thinking of Pittsburgh for some reason. I don't think that he is the type of tight end that we I don't know if he's the type of tight end we need. I don't know. But that ain't gonna happen anyway, because that's not what's going to be popping. Okay, hey Max, we're gonna talk about that. All right, so listen, let's talk about some canned topics. All right, y'all know Pittman. Did I say Pittman or did I say Pitts? Pitts, not Pittman. I don't know. All right, whatever. I'm not concerned with it right now. Whatever. But anyway, let's get into some of these canned topics. So first and foremost, you guys know it ain't a stream if I don't got a beer. So let's take a little sip. I keep saying Pittman is Pitts. All right, I don't know. I'm jacked up. Listen, it's been a long day for your boy. All right, but anyway, man, I should have plugged that fan up back there and had that fan blowing on me because it's a little warm over here. But anyway, Crimson, what's going on with you, man? I see you. How you doing? All right, let's talk about a couple of things. All right, so this was a big day today, right? This was a big day. Because we had the owner, one of the owners, and we had the GM talk today. All right. So this was a big day. But over the course of the last couple of days, right, there's been some even bigger talk. Because there was a Hub Cocaine is in the building. What's going on with you? There was even bigger talk, right? Because the Philadelphia chicken sandwiches, they went on national TV and they threw a game. Like they absolutely sold the bag, yo. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Let me tell you the first thing. When it came to the fact that if the Eagles won that game, the Giants would make the playoffs, I didn't really care, right? Like I didn't care. If we made the playoffs, that would have been nice, right? But all I cared about last Sunday was beating the Cowboys. That's all I cared about. I see you, Crimson. We're gonna get to your message in a second, man. Osama bin Swaggin is in the building. What's going on, Osama bin Swaggin? My guy. So I didn't care about, like, I didn't really care about the playoffs. Like, if we made it, it's nice, it's cool, it's cute, it's whatever, right? But I didn't really care about the playoffs. Didn't really care. So because of that, right? The things that people have been saying about the Giants win more games, it's true. It's true. If we would have won more games, we wouldn't even have to worry about the stupid ass Philadelphia Turduckens helping us. See, my issue had nothing to do with the Giants. I don't care about the Giants going to the playoffs. Not right now, because I don't think this team would have been able to make any noise in the playoffs anyway. It would have been cool to get the experience, but there ain't even no fans there. So the players don't get the full experience, right? They just played a playoff game. They played a playoff game against the Cowboys. It was a win and continue type of a situation. They kind of understand the vibes of the playoff scene. They played a meaningful game in week 17 of the NFL season. They know what it feels like. So I don't really care about all that. My issue is this, man, as a coach and as a player, someone who's been in both positions, you don't ever fucking tank. See, tanking is some dumbass bullshit that fans say. And no disrespect to anybody that's currently sitting here that's a fan that talks about tanking. If that's what you want to talk about, then more power to you. But tanking, the notion of tanking in the NFL, yo, that's some dumbass bullshit that fans say. We should tank to get this guy. Players ain't trying to tank. They not. See, because if players are tanking, then players may not be on the roster the next year. If players are tanking, players run the risk of being cut. If players are tanking, Players run the risk of not being able to hit their stats and maybe get that bonus at the end of the year. See, players don't want to tank. Players want to go out there and they want every opportunity to win a football game. That's what players want. I'm just keeping it real. Tanking is not something players say. Players ain't sitting there before the game next to their boy like, hey, dog, you know what, man? Let's go out there. Let's lose this game real quick, and then I'm going to go holler at some of these bitches. Like that's never been a thing that's ever been said in a locker room since the history of the game. Never. It's never been said. I'm just saying. Otis the GOAT don't like the fact that people talk about tanking. I'm just keeping it real. I'm letting you know how it feels from a standpoint of somebody who's played this game at a semi-professional level. Don't no fucking player want to tank. Now the front office might want to tank. The front office might want to tank. And the front office might have told Doug Peterson, hey, go out there and tank. But as a football coach, right? As a football coach, your reputation comprises of 17 weeks. Your resume comprises of 17 weeks. That's all you got as a coach. Because what you do in the preseason doesn't matter. What you do in training camp don't matter. What you do in OTAs don't matter. What you do in the offseason don't matter. What matters is what you do for 17 Sundays, or a combination of Sundays and Mondays, maybe a Thursday up in there, a Saturday if it's a weird fucking COVID year. But your resume, your reputation is based off of 17 weeks of work. And if you're a coach that's willing to tank in the way Doug Peterson tanked, that's an indictment on your heart. It's an indictment on your balls. And it's an indictment on how you feel about your players. It's an indictment on all of those things. Now, here's the deal. When the news came out that the Eagles were benching a bunch of their starters, right? When the news came out, I'm going to get to that, AJ Marshall, what's going on? We're going to talk about all that. When the news came out that the Eagles were benching all their starters, that was like, cool. All right, cool. Y'all ain't playing these guys? All right, cool. If the Eagles would have came out and said, you know what, we're not playing Jalen Hurts, we're playing this other kid because we want to get a look at him. Fine. You wouldn't have heard a peep from me if they came out there and said, we're not playing none of these starters, we're not going to risk injury or whatever the case may be. All right, cool, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. Because it's the same thing on the opposite end where a team has nothing to play for, right? Because they're already in the playoffs and they bench all their starters. It's the same thing. What's going on with you, Tornado? How you doing? It's the same thing. It's the same concept. But that Eagles team with Jalen Hurts had an opportunity to win that game. They 100% did. They had an opportunity to win that game. They had an opportunity to tie that game going into the fourth quarter. Jalen Hurts, although he played like ass, right? Because I don't think Jalen Hurts is all that in the first place. So he kind of played like ass. But he was out there and he was moving the ball. He was definitely moving the ball. Defense was out there playing hard, real hard. But you don't try to tie the game up. You try to go for the touchdown on fourth down. Okay, that's a weird call. And then right after that, you bench your starting quarterback, who, in my opinion, gave you the best chance to win the game because the dude you put in the game hadn't taken a snap in 4 years. This dude hadn't played a snap in 4 years. But you're telling me you think that he had the best chance to win the game? I'm sorry, bro. That sounds like you trying to lose the game on purpose. And in my opinion, that shit's whack. If you're going to try to lose game on purpose, then don't play anybody of note. Play nothing but a bunch of backups, nothing but a bunch of bench guys, and go out there and lose the game. But don't pull out players that's out there trying to win. So because you trying to lose. Don't do that. I think that's whack. However, thank you very much, Philadelphia chicken tenders. Thank y'all for doing that. Because what they did was they lit a fire up under the Giants. Because the Giants are never going to forget what this feels like. Joe Judge will never let these motherfuckers forget what that feels like. He will never let them forget it. Ever. It's not going to happen. They're going to come out there next year and they're going to remember that we have to rely on some other assholes to get us in the playoffs. Maybe we should win more fucking games this year. They lit a fire up under our ass. And I've been saying this on Twitter. I've been saying this. I said this in Fist Vegas channel the other day. I super chatted the entertainer. I super chatted Authentic the Beard. I said this exact same thing. The last time the Philadelphia Eagles screwed us out of a playoff position, we won a Super Bowl right after. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that we getting ready to go win a Super Bowl next year. Don't clip this and be like, remember when you said? I'm not saying that they're going to win a Super Bowl, but what I am saying is that the Philadelphia Eagles always find a way to motivate us right before we win a championship. Just saying. I'm just saying. Let me get a little sip of this water, and we're gonna take a look at these comments real quick. Thank you for that, Max. Hey, man, I greatly appreciate you if y'all hit that like button, or if you don't like what I'm saying, hit the dislike button. I don't give a shit. Just give me some interaction. I greatly appreciate that, man. Those likes are important. If you have not already subscribed to me, I would greatly appreciate you subscribing to me. Lots of times we find that a lot of your views that you get on your videos are from people that aren't even subscribed to you. They just happen to catch you because you popped up in their feed. But I greatly appreciate it if y'all subscribe to me. I really don't give a shit about how many subscribers I got, the subscriber count and all that. But I would prefer for y'all to know or get some kind of a notification when I do these live streams, or get some kind of a notification when I put up a video. Do I? I'm at 515. Am I at 515 for real? Listen, I don't pay attention to it. If I'm at half a stack, that's dope. If I'm at half a stack, that's dope. I don't even pay attention to it. All right, so what y'all in here talking about? What are y'all in here talking about? Can't believe that game was flexed. Yo, you right, hubby. I can't believe it was flexed either. That was some trash, man. They should have put another game in that slot, or put no games in that slot, because that was embarrassing. That was just embarrassing. Who y'all talking about? Gregory, I don't even know how to say Rosaru or Jalen Waddell. Yeah, I don't know about Gregory, man. I saw some people talking about him too, because people starting to talk about the draft now. They starting to talk about these kids. I got to watch film on these kids. I don't know nothing about them. I really don't. And to be completely honest, I'm probably not going to sit down and watch a bunch of film on college kids until we draft people. And then I'll tell you what I think about the people we draft. But I'm not a draft analyst, okay? I'm not a guy that's going to tell you what players are good, all right? If you want to know what players are good in college, talk to Nate Chalk's Giants, because he knows. I don't. All right. I don't. I don't have time to watch that much football and know who every single kid is. You know, I have a full-time job. Maybe when I don't have a full-time job and I'm doing this content creator shit as a living, cross my fingers, knock on wood, please. Then maybe I can sit down and watch a bunch of film. But I can't do it right now. But I do pay attention to some of the names that people talk about. And if the name sounds interesting, I will go take a look. I will do that. Let's see. He's very raw because be an absolute monster. Man, Vince, I don't know, man. You watch a lot of college too. So, I mean, I'll take your word for it on some of these people, and I'll go take a look at them when I got the time. But Like, you ain't gonna see me being out here telling you who we should pick right now. I can't tell you. Maybe I'll tell you closer to the draft. But y'all not gonna get no draft analyst from me. No pre-draft analyst anyway. Let's see. We're gonna be the ones shitting on the Eagles for the next 4 years. You know what? They got to figure a lot of stuff out. The Eagles got to figure a lot of stuff out because the Eagles ain't got no cap space. And now Carson Wentz don't want to be there. So he want to dip. They can't afford to keep Zach Ertz. They can't afford to keep all these players. So they're going to have to figure out how they're going to fix this shit, especially if the cap goes down. Y'all heard Dave Gettleman talk about the cap going down to like 175. Yo, that happens. Whew. Going to be problems. Going to be absolutely problems. He said he's disliking it. I'm sorry. Hi, Sabrina. If someone we had started was not 100% and they got seriously hurt thinking we were trying to get in the playoffs, but we really had no chance, Eagles so messed up on so many levels. Hey, that's a good point, Sabrina. That's a good point. I mean, that's a very good point. Here's the only time that I'm going to agree with this sorry son of a bitch right here. We shouldn't have to rely on another team to make the playoffs. That is the only thing Dollar Beer has ever said in my stream that made a lick of fucking sense. That's the only time that this sorry son of a bitch has ever said anything that was relevant of note, was right here. We should not have to rely on another team to make the playoffs. Go win more fucking games, assholes, and then you ain't got to worry about this shit. It's the truth. It's the truth. But it's still fuck you all day long, Dollar Beer. You sorry. You sorry, motherfucker. All right. All right, here we go. Let's talk about this this press conference that happened today. So Merrick came out there, right? And he said a few things that, I mean, a lot of this stuff just kind of felt like jibber jabber to me, right? And I listened to it live. I wanted to get an opportunity to listen to it again. I just didn't have the time to do it. But I will say this. I didn't, after I listened to it live, I walked away and I was like, all right, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. So John Mara comes out and he first and foremost talks about how, you know, how hard the season was, how difficult it was. Talks about, you know, COVID. Talks about, you know, how difficult it was for them to do all the things that they needed to do, how proud he was of them, blah, 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 blah. The important thing that he said that a lot of people hung on to was, one, 2018, they made some mistakes. Now, here's the deal. Because I see a lot of y'all talking about this shit on Twitter. I see some content creators talking about this shit on Twitter. I see some blog folks. I see some podcast mofos. I see a lot of people talking about 2018. And let me tell you what my only issue is. And you can tell them that I fucking said this shit. Because y'all know me. Y'all know I don't run from nobody. Y'all know that I'm a man of my word, and I say what I said, and I said it, and I meant it, and I don't take a fucking thing back, right? Unless I cross the line. If I cross the line, I might take something I said back and go, my bad, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But in this case, you can tell them I said it. 2018, there were mistakes that were made. We can all agree that 2018, there were mistakes that were made. I understand that. 100% wholeheartedly. I agree. Look into my eyes. I agree. There were a lot of mistakes that were made in 2018. Saquon Barkley is probably one of those mistakes. No matter how much we love Saquon Barkley, it's probably one of those mistakes that was made. It's the truth. It's the truth. There were some mistakes made in terms of who was going to be the head coach, who was going to be the defensive offensive coordinator, what schemes they were going to run, what people they wanted to get in free agency. There was a lot of mistakes that were made. What's going on, Joseph? How you doing? I see you in the building. Thanks for coming and popping in with me, man. What's up? There were a lot of mistakes that were made in 2018. We all fucking agree. Are we done now? Are we fucking done? Are we done harping on it? It happened. It was bad. But then I see people on Twitter, right, who bring it up all the time. Oh my God, look at what Dave Mayer said. He's a fake fan just like me, I guess, right? Oh, he needs to move on. Yo, y'all need to move on. Not because you're incorrect, not because what you're saying is not the truth, but because we're fucking sick of talking about it. We are sick of talking about it. It happened. It was bad. We get it. We acknowledge it. It was bad. 2018 fucking was terrible. It was. Why are we still talking about it? If someone, here's the deal. Here's the only time that I wouldn't have an issue. Here's the only time that I wouldn't have an issue if someone was on there. 2018 was a bad year for us here, Hill. Is if there was someone that's saying that it wasn't, because it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. 2018, we made mistakes. It set the franchise back a bit. Yes, what you're saying is true. Can we please talk about something fucking else? Please. Can we please talk about something else? Please. I'm sorry. I just got to get that off my chest, man. I'm just so frustrated. I'm so frustrated with people who feel like hey, I'm right and you're wrong and shut up. Like I hate that mentality. I know that I say, hey, I was right about this thing, right? But after I've said it, I try to not talk about that thing anymore. Like, let's move on. So that was one thing that he talked about that people went crazy about, and I just sat back and watched, and I was just like, yo, this is dumb. This is dumb that we're talking about this. Here's the next thing. Dave Gettleman. Constipated PTA. I mean, I ain't never had no problems with movements. I don't think I've ever even been constipated before. I'm not sure how one even becomes constipated. But okay. All right. Dave Gettleman. Is that Otis Goat barking at something? I don't know. Dave Gettleman. Shut up, Viz. Sorry, son of a bitch. Dave Gettleman. Okay. Let's talk about Dave Gettleman for a minute. I'm gonna take this hat off. It's a little warm. Don't need the hat. Let's talk about Dave Gettleman a little bit, okay? You're right, Sabrina. You can't change the past. And none of us knew it was bad at the time, but we can look back on it and go, yeah, we agree. It was bad. It was bad. Saquon might have been the wrong move. I think Saquon was the wrong move. That's me. I love Saquon. I got one of his jerseys. I think Saquon was the wrong move. I'm just saying. So we're keeping Dave Gettleman around. Because John Mara feels like he likes the direction that this team has been taking. He feels comfortable with the way this staff has worked. The staff is clearly staying together, right? Because Patrick Graham signed an extension. He could have went and tried to get a head coaching job, but he signed an extension and decided he's staying here. So we know that the coaching staff, for the most part, is going to be the same. And based on what John Mara saw, with the way that they worked, with the way that the team, fought throughout the year, he said, you know what, I like the way this operation is running. Cool. Garrett could be going, and if Garrett is going, whatever. I really don't care for Jason Garrett anyway. Didn't want him here in the first place. But he feels like the way things have gone, it looks promising. Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. So here's the thing, man. And I said this in a video that I did about Dave Gettleman. I said this. And I'm sorry, you guys may notice that I'm not looking directly at you. I'm kind of looking at my computer because I'm so used to looking at the camera that's right here, right? You can't see it but it's like right here. It's like right here. But then my other camera is like right here. And I got to get used to looking at the camera here as opposed to the camera on my screen. So I'm sorry. But I'm also trying to look at the chat. Like the flavor saver. A lot of people said they didn't realize that I had a mustache until I got this new camera. Yeah, look, mustache. It's small. Right? I keep it small. I'm going to grow it out one day, but I just keep it small. Like, I don't like to have like a whole big ass mustache, but I look weird without a mustache. It makes my lips look like double the size of what they actually are. So I keep the little, I got the little pencil, whatever. It is what it is. I might let it grow. I haven't decided yet. But I made a video and I talked about Dave Gettleman, right? And in the video, I said, hey, I feel like Dave Gettleman was working with his coaches the entire time. I feel like he was collaborative. I feel like he was not the guy that was the be-all, end-all to every single thing, right? There were some moves where he was like, I don't give a shit what the coaches say. This is what I'm doing. But I feel like he's been more relatively collaborative. That's a good question, Max. I'm going to answer that question. I feel like Dave Gettleman has been collaborative, right? So I posted on Twitter. Let me see if I can find that tweet over here on my other monitor real quick, so I can read that. I can read that mofo verbatim. Let's see what we got here. I tweet a lot, y'all, so I gotta scroll. I gotta scroll a little bit. Okay, I said if we had the same coaching staff over Gettleman's tenure, I'd be yelling to get him out of here, but we didn't, so I'm not. That's basically what I said, right? That's what I said because I legit feel like this coaching staff is a little bit different. I legit feel that way. Now somebody asked me, but he was the one put there to hire him. To which I said, this is true. I don't got a cap. It was Bleed Big Blue. Bleed Big Blue replied and said, but he was the one who put there to hire him. I think he was baiting me. I think he wanted me to say some other stuff. No, AJ Marshall, blue is my favorite color. I like blue. So he said, but he was put there to hire him. I then said, this is true. His first coaching staff was a swing and a miss. I hated them. His current one, though, my pants stay tight in the crotch with them there. But we better win more games next year. That's what I said, okay? And I wholeheartedly believe that. Pat Shurmur's coaching staff? Oh, y'all, an extra hour? I'm going to be here for a minute. Matter of fact, my plan is to stream here for maybe like another 30 minutes, and then I'm going to jump on Twitch, and I'm going to play some video games on Twitch. So what I would love for y'all to do is to come hop over to Twitch. I'll put the link in the chat, and y'all can just hop right over to Twitch when I start my Twitch stream. We can hang out over there and talk. And I'm probably gonna play like Spelunky 2. It's just an easy game for me to play and interact with the chat. So you guys will get some extra time. Bring your ass over to Twitch when the stream is done, because I'm gonna hop right on Twitch after this. Keep messing with my shirt. So Here's the reason why I can live with Dave Gettleman being here another year. Because from the very beginning, I said we needed to give Dave Gettleman and Joe Judge 2 years. Give them 2 years together. Give them 2 years and see what they do. I'm not saying that next year we're going to win 10, 11, 12 games. Because at the time when I said that, I didn't know if Joe Judge was going to be the right coach or not. I didn't know. But I said, if we're going to put Dave Gettleman here, we've got to tie them to the hip for about 2 years. 2 years and see what they accomplish. If they suck, get them out of here. So I'm going to let it be known right here, January 6th, 2021. This is Dave Gettleman's last year for me. Unless this team looking damn good and we winning a bunch of games. This is it for me, y'all. Like, this is it. I'm never going to call for him to be fired. So don't ask me to do it. 60 minutes. Yo, you stupid as hell. I will never call for Dave Gettleman to get fired. It won't happen, okay? However, this time next year, if the New York Football Giants are not contending for the playoffs by themselves, right? Or they got double-digit wins and still need a little help, right? Because it happens. You have double-digit wins and still need help. It just happened in the AFC. If they have double-digit wins and they still need help, I'm okay with that. But if this fucking team's got like 8, 9 wins trying to crawl into the playoffs, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed. I'm saying that now. You guys can reference this in the future. This is Dave Gettleman's last year that I will be indifferent about whether he's here or not. Because right now I'm indifferent. I'm like, okay, cool. He's going to be here. Let's see what he does. Okay, Max, you asked me a question earlier. Let me scroll up and find it. So you asked, am I someone who thinks it's important to keep a head coach and a general manager on the same timetable? Yes and no. Yes and no. And here's why I say yes and no. It depends on the situation. For instance, I think Joe Judge is an excellent head coach. Excuse me. I think Joe Judge's coaching staff is fantastic. And I trust Joe Judge to replace a coach that may leave here with another coach. I trust him to do it because Joe Judge has good vision when it comes to who he wants his coaches to be. So right now, I just said that Dave Gettleman and Joe Judge are tied to the hip. And I feel like we need to keep them on the same timetable this second year, see what they do. But if Joe Judge is making magic happen with a shit roster again, which, by the way, this roster was about half shit. It was like half shit. It was a half shit roster. If Joe Judge is trying to make magic happen with a half shit roster again, I am going to be done with Dave Gettleman. I will want to keep Joe Judge here. I will have no problem with Joe Judge being involved with who his next GM is. And I don't have a problem with having to tell the GM, hey, man, you're going to be tied to this motherfucker. Because I think Joe Judge is an excellent coach. I think Joe Judge is someone that other people want to work with. Clearly, look at all of the people that want to stay here. Now, granted, we got to see if Big Cat is willing to stay here and take a little bit of discount, right? Because we got to make some moves and the cap space may be lower. We got to see if he's willing to do that. We got to see if Dalvin Tomlinson is willing to do that. We got to see. We got to wait and we got to see. But it would appear that people want to be here. It would appear that people would want to be here. So I'm cool with the next general manager, if that's the case, being told, hey, you got to work with Joe Judge. That's what it is. He's our coach. He's staying here. I'd be cool with that. You asked another question. If Jones regresses and Giants have an 8-8 season because personnel isn't great, but Judge has proved he's the guy, do you hire? See, I just answered your question for you. I answered that question. I didn't even know you asked that question. Yo, I protect Joe Judge at all costs. Unless Joe Judge turns into a shithead next season, Joe Judge needs to be here. Period. Point blank. That man needs to be here. That's just what it is. Viz asked, do I want an edge? Oh, let's click on it. Do I want an edge in the draft and an edge in free agency, or a wide receiver in the draft and edge? So I want, okay, we still need to see what edge rushers are going to be out there free agency wise. So we'll have to kind of wait and see whether or not we get him in free agency. What do you mean you mess it up? You messed up this comment right here, Viz? Did you mess up this? Oh, you're okay. And do I want an edge in the draft and a wide receiver in free agency, or a wide receiver in the draft and an edge in free agency? That's what you're asking. Okay. I don't care. I don't care. And this kind of brings me to Dave Gettleman in his press conference, because Dave Gettleman talked about they need to get playmakers here. No shit, dumbass. Yeah, that's what we fucking need here, is some playmakers, because we have none. Well, that's not true. We got playmakers here, but we don't got no playmakers on offense. Saquon Barkley can be a playmaker, but shit, we're gonna have to wait and see what this motherfucker do. We're gonna have to see what Saquon do. Although I do believe Saquon gonna come back here with a chip on his shoulder, just ready to body people. So, where do I want these players to come from? If we've got good edge rushers, because I don't, from what I've heard, and I don't know this, I don't know this for certain, right? But from what I heard, the edge rusher class in the draft ain't looking all that good. The edge rusher class ain't looking good from what I heard. It's kind of average. Oh yeah, see, and Crimson just said that. So if we can get edge rusher in free agency, like good for edge rusher, good pass rushers. If we can get good pass rushers in free agency, Korean is in here. What's up, Korean PTA? How you doing? I told my wife that you made this account, and she was like, "That's weird." She just kept saying how weird it was. She just kept talking about how weird it was that someone made a troll account for her. But yeah, if we can get some good pass rushers in free agency, I'm good with that, because I want us to draft. I legitimately want us to draft 3 or fucking 4 wide receivers in the draft if we can. Like, I want us to go ham getting wide receivers. Get me like 2, 3 wide receivers, 4 if it makes sense. I just want you to get a bunch of wide receivers. Let's just get some fucking wide receivers, please, because we need them. We need them bad, like real bad. We need them. Please, someone get us some damn wide receivers. Now, I know there's some good wide receivers that are potentially going to hit free agency, and I've seen people been talking about them or whatever, but like, I don't know. We're going to wait, man, because again, the cap space, we got to worry about the cap space. We got some players that we need to keep here. So do we spend a bunch of money on some of these wide receivers, or do we spend some of this money on these edge rushers, which I think is a bigger need on defense? Because listen, and I know this is kind of a what if scenario. Yeah, Robinson and Galladay are going to want a shitload of money. This is kind of a pipe dream. I don't know if this is going to happen, but I just want you to imagine that if we had just one more good edge rusher, just one more good edge rusher that people, Hanu's mom, what's going on? Just one good edge rusher that people have to game plan for. It's going to make the other side easy, because I still kind of believe in Lorenzo Carter. I still kind of believe in O'Shane Zimenez. I still think that these guys can be good players for us. And we got them cheap. They're young. They can get better. But if we can get one more guy that's a monster, that's scary, you have to know where he is on the field. And we pair him with O'Shane or Carter on the other side, with Big Cat, Dexter Lawrence, Dalvin Tomlinson in the middle. Oh my God. That line is scary. It's scary, y'all. I'm just saying, it is scary. So I really want us to get an edge rusher. I would prefer us to get one in free agency if we can. But again, what's the salary cap going to be? We don't even know what that's going to be right now. So we gotta wait and figure that shit out. Nerd Cage Live, what's going on with you, man? How you doing? Man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I had a good time hanging out with Fish Vegas. That was the first time that I got to kick it with Fish Vegas. And I knew that going into Fish Vegas' streams, right? It was gonna be like a Def Comedy Jam. Now I don't know how many of y'all are old enough to remember Def Comedy Jam, right? But the thing about Def Comedy Jam was this. If you can survive Def Comedy Jam, you can survive anything. As a comic, right? If you can go out there and you can win the crowd and you can get them to laugh, right? And have fun, you could make it anywhere because the crowd at Def Comedy Jam was some of the most savage motherfuckers on the planet. They will boo you off the stage immediately if you're whack. They will not give you sympathy and give you a couple of chuckles and clap for you when you walk on stage. They will boo your ass off the fucking stage off the rip. They don't give a shit. Who's fucking next? That was Def Comedy Jam back in the day. And if you could make it on Def Comedy Jam, you could make it anywhere. And I felt like walking into Fish Stream that was going to be the situation, that I was going to have to walk up in there and I was going to have to fight a bunch of motherfuckers. And that's basically what happened. I had to walk in there and I had to fight. Just immediately, I just had to just start throwing. So I had to walk in there and I had to fight so that people would just not shit on me the whole time. So that was my mentality. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to kick some motherfuckers' asses real quick so people know not to fuck with me. The Apollo was the same way, Constipated PTA. The Apollo was kind of the same way, but the Apollo was a little bit nicer. I mean, it's still Harlem, but Apollo was not the same as Def Comedy Jam because Apollo was meant to be more family friendly, whereas Def Comedy Jam, that shit was on HBO. They was raw. They'll yell, fuck you. They'll chant that, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. They'll chant that shit. They don't give a fuck. They were savages at Def Comedy Jam because they could get away with it. Whew, boy. So let's see. Imagine replacing Afghanistan. Imagine replacing Evan Ingram with literally anyone who can get open from time to time and actually catch the ball. My God. My God. Listen. Okay. Me hating Evan Ingram has kind of become a gimmick of PTA sports, right? It's kind of become a gimmick. Because I do actually don't want Evan Ingram here. Like, I don't like this. I don't like him at all. I don't like him. I'm sorry. I don't like Evan Ingram. But the fact of the matter is that like Evan Ingram could be talented, man. He could be talented if he could just catch the fucking ball. There's just so many times where the ball bounced off his hands. Someone put up a stat on Twitter and it was like, the Giants have thrown like 12 interceptions or something like that, and 6 of them bounced off Evan Ingram's hand before it was picked off. Bro, you can't be that guy. You cannot be that guy. So, like, I want Evan Ingram to be fucking good. I want him to be good. I want him to be, because he could be a nightmare out there on that field if he would just fucking catch the ball. But this dude's been dropping passes since he's been here. And when he's not out there dropping passes, he's fucking injured. I think this is the first season where he made it through the whole fucking season. I'm surprised. I did ask him to do that for me. Cool, Evan. I asked you to give me a full season of games, and you did. Thank you for that. Here's the next thing, motherfucker. Make it through a full season of games and catch the ball. Catch the ball. Please. Please. Please do it for me and for everybody else here. God dang. Evan Ingram got to go. Reese's third worst pick behind Flowers and Apple. Nah. I don't know if he's his third worst. What was that asshole's name? He was a defensive tackle. He would always get a roughing the passer penalty, and then he fought someone because he didn't get headphones or some shit. And he got cut after that. That was one of his worst fucking picks. That was one of his worst picks. Afghanistan is an Evan Ingram hater hipster. He was hating on him before it was cool. Sabrina, listen. I don't know how this man made it into the Pro Bowl in the first place, Sabrina. I don't know how he made it in the Pro Bowl in the first place. I'm still waiting for someone to explain to me how this bum ass mofo made it into the Pro Bowl. Because he's ass. He's bad. He's just bad. Every time that a ball is thrown to Evan Ingram, I'm like, oh shit. Kid, he catches it, and I'm like, woo. Oh, he caught it. Man, shit. I'm always scared to throw the ball to Evan Ingram. Because this dude is going to drop it. Devonta Smith won the Heisman. I don't see if he's going to. And listen, I really don't know how this draft is going to play out. I gotta take a look and see, what the team needs are for the teams ahead of us. I'm really hoping that Dallas doesn't take. I really hope that I hope that Dallas takes a fucking corner and not another wide receiver. Because I don't need. I'm sorry. A corner, not a wide receiver. I just don't need the damn Cowboys getting more wide receiver skill position. I don't want them to do it. Same thing with the Eagles, even though I know the Eagles are going to probably do it. Remember Ryan Connolly didn't play him? Oh, man, why you got to bring up Ryan Connolly, man? That was my guy. I love Ryan Connolly, man. I thought Ryan Connolly was going to be a star. I thought he was going to be a star. I was wrong. I thought Ryan Connolly was going to be a star, man. I'm so sad about Ryan Connolly. Martinez or Peppers as opposed to Evan Ingram? Yeah, I mean, like, maybe Martinez, yeah. I would be fine with Martinez. I would be fine with Martinez. Pull up your... No, I'm not pulling up your profile pic, constipated PTA. Here's a scary Evan Ingram stat. Without him, Daniel Jones would have had one interception and one loss. One? Just one? God dang, that sucks. It's okay. The illegals, is that what we're calling the Eagles now? The illegal? It says the illegals. That's what it said, though. He said it was autocorrect. The illegals. That's what we're going to call them. The illegals. The Philadelphia illegals. Ooh, shit. I like it. Well, that might stick. The Philadelphia illegals. Autocorrect might have did you a favor, Crimson. Because now they're the Philadelphia illegals. Everything they do is suspect. The Philadelphia illegals. Yo, that's funny, man. That's funny. I like that shit. That's funny. Listen, Nerd Cage, I don't think they're going to do anything to the Eagles. I mean, like, what can they do? What can they do? They can't really do anything to them. Philadelphia illegals. That's a good one, Crimson. Point for you, sir. Point for you. Yeah, you're right, Sabrina. Illegals. The Philadelphia illegals. That's what we'll call them. That's what we'll call them. So Dave Gettleman talked about getting playmakers. I really hope he does. Why are you asking me that question, sus PCA? God, you are so sus. You are definitely sus. We need to have a meeting. We need to vote sus PTA out. Throw his ass out of the airlock. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So yeah. First and foremost, I'm glad that Dave Gettleman's feeling good. All right. Dave Gettleman actually looked pretty fucking good. I saw pictures. I didn't watch the video because I was listening to it. It was audio only. It was on the Giants website. But I saw Dave Gettleman, and he actually looks pretty good. Like he looks like he lost some weight. He's probably eating better, probably taking good care of his body, especially with COVID. So he is a person that is highly susceptible to being affected by it. it looks like he's took pretty good care of himself over the course of this season, man. So I'm happy for that, right? Because regardless of how we feel about these people, man, they're still people, right? They still got families, they still got people that care about them, they still got loved ones. So like, hey, I'm not going, wish nothing ill on Dave Gettleman. I think that's whack if you wish for people to get sick or hurt or die or any of that shit. I'm not doing that. I'm glad that he feels good. I'm glad that he feels healthy, right? Because he looked damn good. Okay. I'm glad that, this is the second time, right? This is the second time that he said that he fucked up in 2018, right? He said it twice now. Let's acknowledge that he fucked up and let's just move on, because that's what needs to happen at this point. Dave Gettleman's a funny ass dude, y'all. Dave Gettleman's a funny dude. I tell you what, man, Dave Gettleman is a guy that I would like to just sit down and drink some beer and talk some football with. Like, if I could sit down and talk to like Dave Gettleman and Joe Judge for just like 30 minutes and we just discuss some football stuff, man, I'd be happy as shit. The entertainer talking drugs is in the building. Stand up, but don't stand up too fast. You might get lightheaded, fall on your face. You got too many drugs up in you. What's going on? How you doing? Gettleman's a funny ass dude. He's a funny ass dude. Quarterback and his accent. Hey, any of you guys follow the Dave Gettleman Twitter account or whoever that is? Because I don't know who that is. It's not Dave Gettleman, but whoever that is, that's how that person talks on Twitter. He spells out the accent. It's a lot of dedication. I'm not quite sure who it is that does it, but my God, are they dedicated? It would be fucking hilarious, though. It would be hilarious if it was really Dave Gettleman. I don't think it is, but it would be hilarious if it really was. Tanner got that strong New York. Tanner does have a strong New York accent. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And it's funny, right? Because in certain situations, man, my accent gets thicker and thicker. I got a strong, believe it or not, I have a really strong Jersey accent. It's really strong. But I'm so used to not using it, right, that sometimes when I talk, I don't sound like I'm from New Jersey. But then when I say things like talk or car, well, I guess water is one of them, mustard. That's when my accent comes out. But if I'm in Jersey, then my accent is thick as hell. If I'm talking to somebody from Jersey, hi Sunday, how you doing? What's going on? Thank you for popping in, Sunday. How are you doing today? Oh, we've been talking about a lot. We've been talking about a whole lot. So here's the deal. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do kind of like a two-part. Like I wanted to just hang out and chill with you guys for a little bit, right? Jersey is a ripoff New York. Somebody put Viz on a timeout for talking that bullshit. Wait till I pop over to Twitch. I'm gonna make you take a lap. See, and this is why Viz is a piece of shit. Viz is just a piece of shit. Viz, you said I'm at plus 500. We halfway there for the Ignore Viz party. Then, if I'm at plus 500, we're halfway there for the 1,000 subscriber Ignore Viz party. We're halfway there. I can't run a 30-second ad on you, but I can run one on your ass in Twitch. I'm about to change it to 60 seconds, by the way, because I got my Stream Deck here, right? I got my Stream Deck, and so I can push a button and make an ad happen. I'm about to turn that motherfucker to a 60-second ad. Keep it up. Keeping up. Tanner's accent on the first year of being YouTube was great. He sounded like he just finished some mob business. I'm going to have to do a deep dive in the Tanner's channel. Although I had a long conversation with him. We were talking about our channels. And I know that like a lot of his really early videos, they're not there. They're not there. So we'll see. So listen, this is the plan, right? Here's the plan. Because I'm going about an hour, and I'm going to probably go by another, 15 minutes or so. But I really wanted to get on Twitch tonight. I don't have any CFM games to play. But I really wanted to get on Twitch tonight and just kind of hang out with y'all and just play some games and just chill. I mean, it's 9:30. I can kick it. Sunday, just go to Twitch. You go to Twitch you be in my Twitch channel all the time. We just switching the platform. We just moving from YouTube to Twitch. That's all we doing. We just switching the platform. Some Among Us. I have Among Us on my phone, right? Because I use a Mac and Among Us is not out on Mac yet. But I play Among Us every Saturday night on my boy Finler on his stream. Well, yeah, I play Among Us every Saturday night. But yeah. I mean, like, here's what's gonna happen. When I close this stream out, I'm going to start the Twitch stream probably about 5 minutes after, right? Something like that. Maybe get up, stretch my legs, sip on a little bit more water, make sure Otis is okay. He probably has to go pee. Probably take him outside to go pee. Come here, and then we're gonna hang out on Twitch for probably like another hour and a half. That's the game plan. I want to take, let's see, there are 19 people in here. I want all 19 to come move over to Twitch and hang out with me over there. We're gonna bust some best of luck next year. What do you mean by that, Calvin? What's happening next year? First of all, appreciate you for coming and hanging out. Thank you very much. But what's happening next year? What do I need to be prepared for next year? And if it's some non-YouTube personal life stuff, then don't say nothing, because there is a unless you're talking about, like, streaming or whatever. It's stupid. But yeah, that's gonna be the move. Is we gonna push this over to Twitch, man. I hope all y'all are willing to come and hang out with your boy on Twitch. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the it's in the description, but I'm gonna also put it in the chat. Hold on a second. Let me swing over here, right? Let me swing on over here. Let me swing on over here real quick. Copy that. Paste that there. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Yeah, it's free. You just come over to Twitch. Come over to Twitch. You create an account. You don't even have to really create an account. You can just come in and lurk. It's all good. But it's here. I'm about to put the wrong damn link. But this is the link right there. It's just Twitch. It's twitch.tv/PTA Sports. I'm over there all the time. So yeah, we're gonna just shift this over to there. I'm actually going to start so when you go over there, here once I close out here, right? When I go over there, you'll see, or when you'll see that it says the stream will start soon. It'll already be live. In fact, let me open up while we're all here together. While we are all here together, let me open this thing up. Hopefully it doesn't totally jack up everything I'm trying to do here. We'll open this thing up. And we'll get ready to get it popping here in the next couple of minutes. But you'll see it pop up as soon as this ends, you'll see it pop up. It'll say the stream's about to start, and then boom, I'll pop in there in a couple of minutes. I'm going to go run the take Otis out, let him go to the bathroom because I'm sure he has to. And then we gonna hang out. I'm gonna probably play some Spelunky. That's gonna be what I play. So oh, you donate the K Couch? Oh, that's all right. Hey man, you ain't y'all know y'all don't gotta give me no money, man. I want y'all to come hang out with me over there, man. I want to play some video games. I'm trying to play some video games all night, but I've been busy. I want to play some video games and just chill. So what we're going to do is we're going to get ready to end this here, okay? Everybody go over to my Twitch channel. The link is in the chat. It's also in the description, right? And let's hang out. I'm gonna play some Spelunky. I'm not very good at it. Y'all can make fun of me every time I die, and we'll just talk a little bit more. We'll bullshit a little bit more. All right. So look, that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna go ahead and end this here, man. Everybody, make your way over to my Twitch channel. Let's hang out over there for a little bit, and then we go from there. All right. So listen, man, I appreciate all y'all for hanging out with me, man. You all know that I greatly appreciate all y'all, man. I didn't know I was over 500, man. That makes me feel so good. I just want to say that right now, man. That makes me feel so good that 500 plus people have decided that they want to hear more from me, man. I am so appreciative of that, man. Thank y'all so much, man. I did not know that until today when Viz told me. All right, so thank y'all. We're gonna ship this over to Twitch, man. I hope to see all y'all over there, man. We're gonna hang out on Twitch for maybe another hour and a half. We're gonna just kick it and chill, y'all. So I hope y'all. Yeah, it's hard as hell, and I'm bad at it. I'm real bad at it. So you guys will be able to make fun of me while I'm dying constantly in this game. But I appreciate all y'all, man. I hope I see y'all over on my Twitch channel. I'll catch y'all here in a little bit, man. Everybody take care. Those who can't make it, man, I hope y'all have a good night. Take care of yourself. Please be safe if you're in the DC area. You ain't supposed to be outside no way, so don't go. All right. Just kick it until the morning. But I hope everybody has a good night. If I don't see y'all over on Twitch,